Honda Nissan merger, California dealers versus Scout Motors, Tekion versus CDK Global, Cox Automotive versus Super Dispatch. What'd you get for Christmas? There is always a lot to talk about in the automotive ecosystem, so please say hello, make new friends, grow your network, and learn from the best on ATI Auto Business. What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI Auto Business, automotive ecosystem, where everyone learns more about the automotive industry. Let's get started with some. Actually, I think we're dispatching. Are we dispatching on New Year's, Christmas Eve?
Yes, we sure are.
Jumping ahead a week already. Well, that's exciting. So,
how's it going?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm so glad you asked, Jay.
we've been trying to get loads all morning, and they're listing loads, but then don't answer the phones. And so,
Run.
yeah. So, and the problem is, if you get one, you can't get two more. If you can't, there's no point in doing this. We did just now, literally. Get a 2-pack off of Super Dispatch, and it's already gone through, and now we're getting one off of the Metro board, which should also go through. So now we actually have them loaded.
Okay, well, this is exciting because now, did you have to talk to anybody to get the 2-pack
Nope.
off of Super?
Nope.
Ooh, Instabook.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
And then where'd you get the third one?
Metro load board, so same thing.
Acertus,
Yep.
Instabook?
Yep. Well,
Instabook?
Instabook, kind of. I mean, I'm waiting for it to come through, but
Okay,
yeah.
all right, so does a human being have to push it to you?
I think so.
Okay, does a human being have to push the super load to you?
No, because it's
that's-
Instabook.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's legit Instabook.
That's legit. Yep.
Okay. The Acertus requires a human being.
Yes. As far
But
as
you
I
didn't have to talk to anybody.
No. At least you can
Okay.
just go push buttons, say, I want this load for this and this. So
Did you have to live chat anybody?
no.
Wow. Whoa.
Do I have
Whoa.
No.
We don't have the load
You
yet.
booking loads on Christmas Eve?
Huh? Do what?
I was asking Stefan Family says Merry Christmas.
Oh,
in the
Merry
live
Christmas,
chat.
everybody.
Booking loads on Christmas Eve. If you're just tuning in, well, we just started the show, and we're only going to go 45 minutes to an hour. We got some news. We're talking dispatching on Christmas Eve. If you don't know, what is that like booking loads on Christmas Eve?
It's a real pain.
It's hard.
It is. It's extremely difficult. We tried to get them loaded yesterday, and that was near to impossible as well. And like I said, there's loads that have been coming up all morning long, and we tried to get them, and nobody will answer the phone or their text.
Now, somebody's like, okay, why are you guys dispatching loads on Christmas Eve?
Well, because I want my guy loaded he's going to get loaded today so he can drop the day after Christmas. So, and he did the same thing. We loaded him on Friday. He dropped on Monday, picked back up, and he's already delivered today. So he's just missing the one day. And then we're doing the same thing Thursday and Friday. So,
See, but people that work in retail, like at dealerships, right now are like, wait, what? Why are you doing that? Right?
well, yeah, because they're
They're
already
wrapping
going.
gifts. They're going. Now, listen. Okay, that's not fair. Right now, whoa, Jay. There are sales guys right now, like, trying to wrap it up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm talking about the owners that are gonna, that are already, like, thinking about NADA and what they're gonna eat. Like, they're, like, this is kind of crazy that you're booking loads on Christmas Eve.
They won't
And I'm
get-
saying this because
Why?
didn't you just try to book, like, Copart or whatever?
Yeah, nobody would answer the phone.
What? Well, they got the day off, don't they?
You would think, but yeah.
Or doesn't everybody have the day off?
No, we don't.
Oh, people in logistics have to work every day?
Customer's not available.
Oh.
It's kind of like somebody's got to man Starbucks because somebody needs a latte, like, while they're opening gifts. All right. Good one, Jay. All right, so let's do this. This is... I guess it's fitting. It's Ugly Sweater Christmas Eve, and I'm playing the Grinch. Didn't have to do too much makeup to
Which one are you
be the Grinch. I am the Grinch among the Hollywood elite
Is that
in
the
automotive.
number
The Hyundai
It's no
Sonata.
secret.
one? No. Yeah, is that the number?
I say get to know your ecosystem, and I believe in open communication and situational context and other cool things like that. That's what makes ATI the
Different
neutral
number
zone,
on here.
where we'll just cover it all.
On where?
We will
So we just-
uncover the rocks and, or you know, the elephants in the room.
382.
This is Industry Logistics on a Tuesday. Welcome to the automotive
962
ecosystem.
43.
Let's go ahead and do some actual news. Here we go. While, hey, before we do actual news, now you're booking. We're talking about a 3-car hauler.
Yes, and the one for Metro just fell through. So, customer's not going to be there. It's going to residents. Can't deliver on the day after Christmas. So now I have 2 and not a 3rd. So
Wow! Welcome to Auto Logistics, everybody. Thanks for
Yeah,
playing.
this is Genesis
Yeah.
Logistics.
That sucks. Now wait a minute. I want to talk about this load for a second. So the 3rd one fell through because the people didn't want to accept the car the day after Christmas.
yeah, they're not available. It's going to a residence.
What are they doing?
I
It
assume
is
on Christmas vacation.
You didn't ask what is so important.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that surprising? Don't a lot of residents? They're like jumping off the ceiling. They want their
My
car.
car right
They don't
then.
care when.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like, bring it. I want a Clark Griswold moment. I'm gonna do the lights, and the car shows up. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like Carvana Griswold, but not this guy. Did you ask him? Well, wait a minute. Aren't you Carvana Griswold?
Already, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, that's.
I think we just
Alright.
got busted on another one we just tried to get to.
No way. What happened there?
I'm not sure what they're telling her right now. I'm waiting to hear the end result.
Now, is this the 2-pack?
No, the 2-pack is
No.
at Mannheim, so I'm not worried about it.
So this is a different driver.
No, this is the same driver. This would be a 3rd car we're trying to get for that 3rd replacement one right now.
Right. You're on the 3rd alternate
Mm-hmm.
of the 3rd load that you thought you had.
Yes.
Welcome to dispatch.
On Christmas
Oh my
Eve.
gosh. This is actually why. I mean, I knew not only did I know I had to get out of dispatch,
Yeah.
but I knew that there's a show. This
Okay.
is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Like, to actually book a 3-car hauler successfully,
Okay.
you have to look at like 10 loads.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
This is why booking a 9-car is a nightmare.
Yes, unless
It's
you've
a
got
nightmare.
packs. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Even I actually booked a 9-car with 9
Wait,
pickups,
can I
and the
just
guy,
text her?
he
or
got
do I
them all
call?
picked them up. He had a buddy too. They were
Yeah.
and they were
Okay,
booked. But
I'll
after
do
he got
that
them picked
now.
up, he goes,
Thank you.
"Never do that again."
Yeah.
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 Don't do that.
But then when I explained to some people that have that big of a car hauler, and I'm like, that just costs you too much time and money, they're like, I'd rather have the extra $100, and to me that just doesn't make any sense. So I'm just like, okay.
And well, and every driver's different. Just like I had a driver that would drive. He would drive nearly 1,000 miles out of the way. Okay, let's say 500
And
to pick up $1,000 cars.
requesting a load off
So
of
he would add.
dispatch.
I mean, he would add 1,000 miles to his route,
To pick up
just so
that.
they were all $1,000 cars.
So that makes no sense either.
And I thought, well, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But you know,
Teach
everybody
their
has a
own,
system.
but
Yeah.
I
Everybody has
mean,
a system.
I try to make them, well, I'll work it out, and I'll try to make them, I'll grab it right now. I got it. Okay, we got the
Oh.
3rd one.
They
Bing,
said
bing,
You
it.
did get it.
Okay, cool.
Yep, bing, bing, boom.
Wow.
Okay, now I just got to assign them to them. They're all at Mannheim, Georgia.
Carvana Griswold.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to be using that. All right, here we go. Let's do some news.
Just a minute.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in. It's 10 minutes after. It's Tuesday. Logistics. Ugly sweater, Christmas Eve. Let's do some news. Here we go. This is what people are talking about right now. Nissan and Honda consider merger to take on Toyota. Maybe
Really?
BYD and others. Yeah, this is it's a big deal. Nissan and Honda considering a merger? That is wild stuff.
Yeah, that is pretty wild stuff right there.
Honda Motor, Nissan Motor exploring a potential merger which would create a singular rival to Toyota Motor Corp, Create a singular rival to Toyota Motor Corp in Japan, better position the combined company to face competitive challenges around the world. Honda's considering several options, including a merger, capital type, establishment of a holding company. This was the news just a few days ago. Well, they have decided they are going to merge, and they are going to merge under a holding company to keep the country's second and third largest players. Mitsubishi might join. Wow. By the end of January, whether to join the partnership. Both Honda and Nissan will be delisted from Tokyo Stock Exchange and become subsidiaries of the new holding company. Honda will take the lead in the new holding company. Still undecided is the name and headquarters of the new Honda Nissan holding company, with maybe Mitsubishi. That's giant news. And already the speculation is out. It's like two weak swimmers trying to help each other.
Okay.
Said Eric. Japanese automakers Honda and Nissan merge by 2026 highlights the rise of Chinese automakers such as BYD pressuring the industry to look for potential cost savings and increased scale. Also pointed to the last major merger in the industry, the creation of Stellantis in 2021, to show that such endeavors are challenging to pull off successfully. A completed Honda-Nissan merger would create the third largest global automaker by vehicle sales after Toyota and VW. The news comes as the incoming Trump administration tariff threats add more uncertainty to the industry landscape. And there's the picture. World's top auto manufacturers by sales. Toyota on top, VW behind them, and Honda, Nissan. Got to do something. Here comes BYD. Another way to look at it. Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi. Wow, look at that. Wow. You got Tesla and Toyota and BYD. It's like that game where the kids play where the dots eat each other. All right, here we go on Show Me the Truck. California dealers threaten legal action to block Scout Motors direct-to-consumer sales. I'm going to bring your audio back on this one. I don't know if, I don't know. California Association of New Car Dealers demanding the VW Group and Scout Motors stop taking refundable deposits for a planned electric truck and pickup, claiming the company is in violation of an amended state law that prohibits direct sales to consumers. You can't sell to the consumer. In a December 20 letter to Scout Motors General Counsel and VW Group of America General Counsel, the California New Car Dealers Association said the two companies plan to sell Scout vehicles direct to consumers, wrongfully cutting new and existing VW dealers out of the opportunity. Can't cut out the middleman. Directly violates a section of California law covering a new vehicle sale. VW Group announced plans to revive Scout as a standalone EV brand, has maintained the startup is and will remain independent. Dealers, state dealer associations, and the NADA have challenged Scout's claim of independence. The output is slated for 2027, so you're getting pretty excited pretty early. Oh well. The letter claims that Scout is an affiliate of VW, said a section of the state's vehicle code amended by a 2023 California Assembly bill and signed into law forbids automobile manufacturers and their affiliates from competing with their own vehicle franchisees. It's competition. You can't do that. No, you can't do that. California's law covering new car sales and marketing was amended to permit competition so long as the vehicle is being sold using new or existing franchisees to sell and service those vehicles. It's only legal if you include the dealer. Tesla, which was operated without franchisees since it was founded, is exempt from the amended law. Okay, basically, so we're making up the laws, and whatever we say they are is what they are, and that has to be. The amendment approved by, here it is, the amendment approved by California's legislature and signed into law took effect January 1st, 2024. So this is a new law. We just made this up. We just added it. It bars Scout or any new brand from an automaker with an existing dealership network in California from direct-to-consumer sales. However, VW could sell Scout vehicles in California if the automaker decided to retail them through an existing VW brand, Audi, Porsche, Bentley, or blah, 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 blah. Under the amendment, VW Group could also create a new franchisee network for Scout if the automaker wanted to keep the brand distinct from other VW Group brand memberships, dealerships. Despite being fully aware of all this, VW has chosen to launch Scout brand in a manner that is brazenly unlawful. Because we just made it up. So now that it's, now that it's in the books. Okay, well, guess what? Everybody that loves non-competes and you voted for Trump. Companies are now more important than people. You voted for it. That's what you get. So don't come crying to me when you choke on your karma cake. Now, jeez, Christ. Wow, it's Christmas Eve. Didn't you get the memo? Here, we'll bring Sue back because we gotta add some fun. That was nuts. Thanks for jumping in the live chat, Stefan family. Hey, Sue, can you hear me? Do me a favor. I want to bring you back. I want to talk about this for a second. Yeah, I can. Okay, so did you hear this stuff about that I just read about the Scout Motors and the dealers and the stuff?
There's 3 on Kirkland.
You've been booking loads. So.
I was booking loads, but yes, I was listening to it.
But so here's the thing. See, these dealers are mad at VW for trying to sell vehicles direct to the consumer. And most digital sales models are cutting out middlemen. So when I read it, it's like, I don't know, maybe brokers are lobbying. Brokers could be lobbying right now that you can't book cars without going through a broker. Actually, that could be. That would make sense to me. All right, I'll keep going. I know that the Scout Motors news, the only people that are really interested in this stuff are the dealers. Everybody else is like, what are you guys bickering about? And by the way, hey, dealers, why don't you point out to VW that when you sell direct to the consumer and the consumer has a problem, well, sorry, we can't help you. You didn't include us in the sale. We can't help on the service. Why don't you guys focus on that? Instead of crying and making up laws and all this stuff. Gotta hate dumb laws. Stupid. All right. But you know what? You're welcome to explain it to me. I welcome NADA and all the dealers to come on ATI and explain to me how I'm wrong. Please do. That'd be awesome. It's not going to happen, but it'd be cool. Hey, did you get the memo? Okay, Tekion filed a lawsuit against CDK for global anti-competitive practices. Tekion, innovator of the first cloud-native platform serving the entire auto retail ecosystem, automotive ecosystem? Awesome. Filed a federal antitrust lawsuit against CDK Global, accusing CDK of engaging in a systematic scheme to thwart competition in the franchise dealer management system. Again, wait a minute. You can't thwart competition? Here's the good part. This is where, see, these lawsuits all start to meld into each other. Anti-competitive, competitive, broke the law, didn't break the law, which law, what law, when was law, what is the law? And then what about the user? What about the data? You're going to see it again. Here's what I like. Tekion put it on their homepage. You go to Tekion's homepage, type in Tekion. What is it? Tekion.com?
Yeah.
By the way, Tekion.com.
Yeah.
This is and you know what? This is the challenge of talking to the full ecosystem. Because right now somebody in logistics is like, what is Tekion? Why is this so boring? But it's not boring. This is about the DMS. Just like when you book a load, the TMS is your nervous system. Because when you book a load, where does it go? Your TMS. How do you get it to the mobile app? Through the TMS. Well, the DMS for dealers is everything. It's where they manage their inventory. They handle the F&I, marketing, leads. Everything goes through the DMS. And Tekion is a DMS. And CDK Global is a DMS. And when you get into the nervous system of businesses, boy, oh boy, the lawsuits ratchet. So Tekion.com's like, yeah, hey, we're right on this. Meet us at NADA. Ask us about our lawsuit. They should put that at the booth. That'd be funny.
Oh my God.
Wait, how did that get in there?
Oh.
Okay, so CDK's technology is outdated. And this is a quote from Tekion. Instead of innovating and competing fairly, CDK has resorted to unfair and anti-competitive business practices, tactics to protect its dominant market position, including holding dealers' data hostage to stop them from switching to a platform of their choice. Does that remind you of another?
Yeah.
In some cases, CDK has even sued its own customers over access to their data.
Wow.
We decided to stand up to CDK's illegal practices to preserve fairness and competition in the automotive retail ecosystem. Does that sound like another case?
Yeah, it's quite
Isn't
bizarre.
this weird?
It is quite bizarre.
I'm still reading Tekion.
Wow.
I know. Started in 2016, Tekion's cloud-native platform. I think I read that. Okay, to beat back the fast-growing, innovative rivals like Tekion, CDK maintains a vice grip on its customers' data. Data that CDK itself has acknowledged is its customers' data, and prevents them from switching to other innovative technology platforms that deliver superior business value and consumer experience. I'm starting to see where the playbook came from right now. All right. So, welcome to Auto Transport, where you can do whatever you want. We talked about this. Today is Tuesday. Wasn't this show... This was Thursday. Cox Auto versus Super Dispatch? Wasn't that just last Thursday?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like longer than that ago?
Well,
Doesn't it?
well, maybe because we're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff at Christmas time, I guess.
Well, then we're all so busy. This is...
Yeah.
It's strange. Time is weird. Now, remember, this is what Super Dispatch had said. We're focused on helping carriers, brokers, and shippers to make their job of moving cars easier. We believe our customers and customers in every industry should have a choice. We will continue to fight for our customers to have that choice on what tools they use to run their business. And Cox Automotive said, we've invested significant time over the years, effort, and expense. We're deeply committed to protecting our intellectual property. We will vigorously enforce our rights when they're infringed upon. Cox Auto engaged in a lengthy dialogue with Super Dispatch. Amended complaint. We continue to welcome fair competition and a mutually agreeable resolution, but it must involve the cessation of all illegal activities. So, here's a comment. Hey, bro, if extension technology was illegal, then Google would not be approving them. CentralDispatch.com complained about Super Dispatch needs a court of law to declare Super Dispatch as a wrong party. What I didn't type back is, hey, bro, that's what they're doing. CentralDispatch.com has been crying for years about this. It's why they keep frustrating the extension technology by changing certain things so that the extension doesn't work, but Super Dispatch fixes the issues ASAP too. Okay. And then I looked up this. Actually, this was provided by Bro. Are Google extensions illegal? And he highlighted, no, Google extensions are not inherently legal, and I highlighted the rest. But they can become legal if they are used to distribute malware, okay, not an issue, steal data, violate copyright laws, or engage in other unethical practices that breach privacy laws. Always verify the source of an extension and read the user reviews before installing it. See, it's not whether or not extensions are illegal. It's whether they are doing those other things.
Yeah.
Compliance with policies. To be legal, Google extensions must comply with Google policies, okay, and relevant laws regarding data privacy and user protection. When installing an extension, users are informed about the permissions it requests to access data, and they can choose whether to grant those permissions. So this is complicated. You know, when you put all this in front of a jury, this will be complicated. Right? Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, and there was a bunch of other stuff they were saying, too, in the lawsuit as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, they were saying that they didn't do things that they actually did and that kind of thing. We won't get into specifics, but...
Well, so we can, because that's the thing. What I did do is...
You have the legal document?
I brought out the folder that I had, because that's part of this. Right. You know, there's a lot of talk about this. The video got a lot of views. There's a lot of talk. Everyone I have talked to has come up with questions and opinions. It's not like this is a nothing going on here situation. I've had several people ask me to, you know, and just by reading the lawsuit, people have come up with their own questions.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And on the misleading thing, false and misleading advertising, superior claims, like, let's see here. I think it was it back here? Just that, I think it's up ahead. When McDonald's and Burger King go at each other, can McDonald's, I'll do Burger King because nobody eats there anyways. Can Burger King say nobody eats at McDonald's, McDonald's sucks? I don't think they do that. I think they say those other guys suck. And they don't even say suck. So I think what I'm wondering is, does it come down to the words used?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because if you read that paragraph underneath that,
yeah,
it doesn't really say what they're trying to say. Because
they're saying that company, here's facts. Plus, I don't know if I would have used the word fact.
I'm sure is the fact that, yeah.
Right? See, I think it does come down to the words you use.
Yeah, probably that one. The one up above, though, it's pretty loose. You know what I mean? It doesn't come
right. So, well, here you go. And there you go.
Yeah.
This is vague.
Yes.
Not all car hauling load boards.
Yes.
That sounds like that's kind of the way I would have said it.
Right. And they probably
I don't think I would have written this one.
No, that one's a little bit.
I don't think I would have done that. And that's where it is. It comes down to the way you say things. Or rather, type words. So that's interesting. And I guess if you have enough examples of false and misleading, you
like
begin
that.
to paint a picture.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they've done here, is they're painting a picture of...
But you and I know that the where we can write reviews like that just happened recently.
And that would be an argument, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just reason. I guess it depends on when they wrote the article that they couldn't to compared to now, right?
Here's a question for you. How long has the call center been available? Because that was in there too. Haven't you been able to make calls for a while?
The only time, okay, so you've always been able to make calls, but whether you got anybody was until they switched.
I'm with you.
And
yeah.
when was it when I had problem when they switched everything? When was it? February? God, I don't remember now. When everything went like crazy and I was on the phone, they were answering the phones. They're answering the phones now, but it wasn't like that before.
But, all right, well, I'm going to say Company A, or rather Company B, they didn't always answer their phones either.
Well,
it was part of their thing not to answer their phone.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I've read.
Yeah. I mean, so, yeah.
But so this is where the false and misleading claim stuff is kind of, it's a little nitpicky, but I think it's part of the picture.
Right. I'm sure they have to
paint
the picture they want. Yeah.
Well, and then, because what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
When Burger King says McDonald's sucks, what are they trying to do? Trying to get people to stop going and eat there.
Right. And
now you're and if you're successful at that, you might be able to hurt that other restaurant. And I think that then the picture becomes clear when you start to look at some of the other stuff. And this gets into what was talked about in that extension, is that, the extension isn't illegal, but what are you doing with
the information? Yeah.
Right. Guns don't kill people, bullets do.
Well, true. And here's the thing, though. You don't even have to use the import to super dispatch button.
You don't anymore, do you?
I never did. I still don't use it. I just save it and then put it on there. So it's not a requirement to even have that button to make it work.
So, and here's what's interesting. This is where the Tekion CDK comes in. Because does CDK punish their users
for
giving the data to Tekion?
Yeah.
Boy, that's an analogy right here.
Right.
I'm going to say this CDK has not chosen to do that and doesn't want to do that, because it's not. Why would you punish your user?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's happening, and I don't think that's. I'm happy to say I don't think that's what this is about. But it is the user that's been complicit in some of this breach, allegedly. It really is fascinating. Again, I know that lots of people are talking about it, and I always say you learn a lot from this stuff. And I also think there's somebody right now developing auto logistics technology that is rethinking some stuff. Whatever that is, whether they do their marketing, however they do their development, whatever extensions or online tools. There might be a company overseas right now really diving through this, trying to figure out how they proceed.
So my question would also be then, because they're saying that they're leading us as whatever you want to say it, to use this illegally, right? That's what it kind of says right there.
Yeah.
Does that mean any load board would be doing the same thing that we're going to use?
You're asking a really good question, because that is one of the next questions. Is what is the scope of this?
Because there's other apps that you put your loads on and you use as an electric bill of lading. There's a lot of them, right?
Do they allow you to import plaintiffs' data?
That's a good question.
See, I don't, and that's the thing. I think it's the openness of the. I mean, we're talking over 5 years. People have been encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They've been encouraged to just go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm. And
after years, plaintiffs said, golly, really? And then, once defendant added more features that competed, then it became, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
We're not enjoying this anymore.
Yeah.
And, early on it looked like you did something that was a great innovation. You didn't invent this idea, but you did innovate it.
Right.
But now you got a whole suite of products.
Yeah.
And it's really too much now. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's interesting here. This was another comment. This is on the YouTube channel. Sad situation. They're going to use their resources, connections, and lack of input from the carriers to push them out of the business. Now let's read this again. This is what I find so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to use their resources, connections, and lack of input from the carriers to push them out of business. Okay. Why is there... I want to talk about lack of input. Why is there a lack of input? Is there?
I'm sure. I mean,
Okay, well, why?
Okay, up until recently, I mean, I got an email asking me to give them input. I don't think I did because I'm just too busy. And I'm sure that's the main reason most people, if they were asked to give input, don't.
Okay, have they failed to gather enough input from the marketplace?
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah.
Well, can they change that?
Yeah, but they're going to have to, I mean...
What do they need to do?
You and I know that there's going to be a lot of people that love Super Dispatch, and they're going to be upset about this. So I'm not sure they'll be so willing, because they're going to feel exactly like that. They're going to think they're going to push Super Dispatch out of business, and they think that...
So is it the company or the mobile app, or what is it that people are going to miss so badly?
Well, I don't think they're thinking of them as a person. I think they're thinking of the instant book is probably part of it.
Okay, so what does plaintiff need to do better so that people don't feel like they lost something special from defendant?
Well, I
If
think they
if
are trying to
plaintiff
do
adds
some of
Instabook?
that. Well, I think they're planning on it, and I also think a lot of the stuff that has been added is very similar to what was going on um, with their
Okay.
competitors. So
All
I'm sure
right.
that's part of what they're trying to do, and maybe
Wouldn't plaintiffs say that turnabout's fair play because you did for the past 5 years
they've done that. Yeah,
you've been letting our customers do whatever you want.
right.
So
True.
wrestling ring it is.
Yeah.
Um okay, so in 12 months, if plaintiff has fully replaced defendant with
Mhm.
features, ability, Instabook, are we good?
I don't know.
Right.
I really don't. I mean, there's other factors in there the way people have gone, and to see that's just it. They're using both. They're paying for both usually. You know what I
Ah.
mean? They're
Well,
not just
wouldn't it be
paying for
great to
one.
only have to pay for one again?
Well, I'm sure that would be nice for some, but I
Hmm.
have a feeling the price might go up on the other end.
Good. So if they don't raise the price, and this is where
Who would it be
you know me,
willing?
I'm like, I
Yeah.
know we can help.
Yeah.
And I'm the neutral zone, man. I no longer I've been the Grinch so long. I'm up on the mountain. Whatever, guys. Whatever you want to do. I'm the Grinch. I can help or I can just watch. Whatever you guys want to do. Defendant. Okay, so here we go. Defendant is definitely better. Right? Wow. And it's sad that more of the ecosystem aren't using defendant. Don't you find that interesting? Why would that be? Is that true? Should
Well,
more of the ecosystem be using defendant?
I mean, I just did, so I mean, I get it.
Well, I think a lot of the ecosystem is using defendant, right?
Absolutely. I think we
Why
all
would
use all the different ones. If we're able to be attached to any load board, we're all on those load boards to get loads.
but I think the first vertical, the brokers, I think that's the one that isn't. Look, think of how many brokers you've used plaintiff versus how many brokers use defendant.
Absolutely.
That is a major difference.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Right. It's the dispatchers and carriers.
Yes.
And isn't the carriers mostly using defendant because, again, going back to
Last
what
time I helped you.
originally started was the mobile app, right?
Right. And you can use the mobile app for free. That is free. And you can use their load board, I believe, for free. It's only what we pay for with them
Okay.
is
We
if you
should
want to
have-
use the actual desktop version.
So let's talk about that for a second, because that's another thing that I think people like to talk about.
Okay.
How many owner-operators, rather, let me do this. To use the mobile app for free, you got to be an owner-operator, single truck, one truck Charlie, you and your truck, and your mobile app. Now it's free.
4% fee. So
Right?
Yeah, and I believe, let me see, but
But if you
I think-
add any people or any functionality, I didn't
Okay.
state that very well.
and
Strike
you,
that,
actually,
Your Honor.
I'm wrong. To
If-
use the mobile app, you do have to pay. I think it's the load
See?
board that's free.
That well, this
Mobile
is
app
what
is
I'm getting.
not- Load board is free. That's how I think they word it.
What in that thing? What I'm getting at is, I think that this idea that it's free
Mhm.
is not.
Oh,
That's not the way I
Does
understand
he not like have a check or
Well, I
Venmo
think
or Cash
the
App?
brokers have to pay to list like a monthly
on
fee.
the load board.
Yeah, we do
Right,
have
on
it. I
either
have
place.
it That my boss.
Oh.
wants
But
to
I
do.
think if you're just
Circumstances,
looking
if they don't
at
have
the
anything
load
else.
board for the defendant, I don't believe you have to pay anything
Okay.
to be a transporter to grab a load. You do have to be a verified carrier.
Yep.
You
bet.
got to pay. Okay, let's talk about to use plaintiff's load board. You have to pay.
Yes. Both of
There
them.
is no free use of
No,
plaintiff load
no.
board.
Transporters and brokers and shippers, importer, exporters, we all have to pay.
Does the plaintiff load board come with the mobile app?
Not as far as I know, unless they are now. There is a place, like I said, I've brokered loads out, and it does say that there's a place on there for them to use a mobile app. Nobody's used it yet for me.
So I'm going to
I
hit
don't know if it
pause right
costs.
now. See,
Yeah.
this is where I think the Grinchy neutral zone sure could add a lot. I got about 1 million questions about use, platform,
Right.
mobile app. Oh my gosh, there's so much I don't know. And I'm juiced in. There's a lot to share. Let's go to the next comment. That was a pretty good segment. Here, this one. But wait, wasn't Cars Arrive the first load board? Of course they want to crush the competition.
Hey,
Wait, was Cars Arrive the first load board?
I don't know.
Right. Who actually knows?
Honestly, I would
And-
think it was probably. Well, no,
Your Honor,
Central.
objection.
I
Relevant.
really think it was Central, but
Is this relevant, by the way? What? Wait. How far back do we have to go to find the...
the original's back. I mean, when I
Like-
first started, it hadn't been in. I mean, Metrogistics, which was back then, what was it called? McNutt, was the biggest broker out there, and probably one of the only ones way back in the day. I mean, that's how far back we're talking. When was Central established? Let's look.
I just want to say I love the comments, questions, interaction of any kind. I love it. But when asked a question, I'm going to ask the actual question I'm thinking, which is, what does that matter?
1999. 1999.
1999 what?
That's when the Central Dispatch was established as a platform.
Okay.
And
so
I started in 04.
Right.
So
So
there you go.
again, okay, so I'll ask it. Did Cars Arrive exist before Central Dispatch?
Let me go look it up.
Yeah.
Let's look that up. too.
Can you find that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alexa. No. Chat GPT.
Let me look it up. Cars Arrive.
I'm dying to know that. I have no idea.
Saying at noon. Is there something I can have?
Cars Arrive.
But I don't think the first load board is actually relevant. I don't think that matters because I'll tell you what.
2001.
2001.
So it was after.
So Central Dispatch was first.
I'm
Okay.
assuming so, unless Ready. Let me go check out Ready.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Exactly. Was Ready first. And by the way,
Hey, baby.
Defendant wasn't the first mobile app.
Shit.
Not that I know of.
You
We'll
want
do
me to
that
find out?
next.
I know.
In fact, defendant didn't have a load board before plaintiff, which would be a more relevant question.
None.
I'm not.
Oh.
All he keeps just saying that Ready is
Yeah.
Cox
Okay.
Automotive brand. It's not saying when.
Do we know when Ready Logistics created their mobile
Sounds
app?
good.
And was Ready the first mobile
That
app?
is it. That is all.
Do we know? We have no
It's
way
not
to know.
really telling me anything.
Okay. I will
It's really
tell
not getting into the nitty gritty on this one. Hold on.
Okay, well, there's a good one, Stephan family. People love defendant, but it can't survive without plaintiff. See, there's... And I'm not going to argue with all of that. There is only so much you can do
Yeah.
when you're faced with... And actually, doesn't that... Actually, here's the thing, Stephan. Doesn't that beg the question, maybe there should have been more acquiescence earlier? I don't know. I really don't know how. I know it really seems... And I root for underdogs regularly. Shoot, I'm pretty sure I am an underdog. But I guess I'm also aware of, everybody else is very, eager to push the law in my face. So, gosh, isn't there enough law to be pushed around for everybody? It just makes me wonder. I just don't understand. I don't know how people choose what they want to focus on and what they don't.
Do you know what
did you look up?
You know what AI says about it?
It's weird.
It says there isn't much information about the establishment date of Ready Auto load board, but here's some information about Ready Logistics and load boards. But there's still no dates anywhere about anything.
Well, I don't think it exists. I don't think that's available. And we know that's another thing from the lawsuit. We know a lot more about Cox Automotive from the lawsuit. I mean Central Dispatch. In a good way. I want to know that stuff. Where did I go here? Like, how many times have I said, I wish we knew the number of loads, the number of carriers, right? The number of brokers.
Yeah.
I've said it so, and so it's here. It's right here.
Right there, yeah.
I love that.
13
What page is that?
carriers.
Page 6. 13,000 carriers, over 40,000 trucks. Use Central Dispatch to find vehicles to ship each week.
So what does that mean exactly? Like 30,000 carriers that have 40,000 trucks? Is that how you would read that?
So I'm going to say 13,000, over 13,000 companies.
And they have
Within that,
40,000.
there's over 40,000 trucks within those 13,000. I think that's right. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Which then you could do some math and you could, boy, it'd be great to know, how many 3-car haulers, 9-car haulers. Now, we're not going to have that data for a while. And when we do, everything will just be automated. But, how many drones over New Jersey? No.
Depends on what day it is.
Come on, stop. By the way, are there still drones over New Jersey?
Oh, no. I haven't heard about them for the last couple of days, so who knows? I keep hearing them from different areas. There's one in Arizona today. There's one here.
Okay, but isn't it funny that... is anybody still asking that question?
I think we all kind of go...
How long...
Nothing happened, so we all just ignored it, as usual.
How long does it take to get used to unknown drones over New Jersey? Right?
It's crazy, but yeah, true.
I mean, we're like, oh yeah. What are you doing this year? We're gonna go down to Disneyland and then
get Jersey, look at the drones.
Get some clam chowder. Yeah, I'll probably go to New Jersey, look at the drones.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. By the way, how does the U.S. government not know something about
Good
drones?
point.
That is so stupid.
They know.
It's so dumb. You know what that is? Remember when Fauci was like, yeah, COVID, I think there was like an animal down at the fair, and somebody fucking guessed the right weight, and then they popped out some COVID. Stupid. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
They should start calling the drones Faucis. I think I just named it. Yeah. I mean, it's just. So when I read the news, like California dealers suing Scott Motors and these. I'm taking in what I think is so crazy about the world and reading it in people's comments and questions and suggestions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what is going on, but you know what's cool? Everybody has a different point of view. We truly are. We're truly this random collection of God's children. Get her pin drop. Like, what? That literally is the Grinch showing up at Cindy Lou's house and helping her out of the mail compartment. And she thanks him, right? And she's like, you're sweet. And he's like, sweet? I'll show you sweet, or whatever he says. All right, it is Christmas Eve. We went through the news. We got through the stuff. If you're tuning in right now, thanks for doing that. Hope you have a great Christmas. Even as I say that, it sounds like it's not true. It's true, though. I'm still human. I just, we're in a crazy industry. And now that I got, another lawsuit under my belt, I'm Tekion versus CDK, so we just kind of touched upon it. Oh my God, that lawsuit, it's like a book. So that one's next. And then I thought I saw another. Well, Scott Motors. Those guys will file a lawsuit. Then I get to do that one. So it's going to be, I'm going to do. So while my competition is doing movies that cars are people too and all this neat stuff, I'm talking about the truth, the lawsuits, the reality, what NADA really looks like. That's what I do. No, I'm not going to NADA. Oh my gosh. I've already seen like these little promo podcasts of people jumping around. Oh, it's stupid. Oh God, it's so bad. Yeah, no, I just get grinchier and grinchier, man. It's just really crazy. Everybody's just selling this like, woohoo! Buy now. Have you seen on Netflix? There's the shipping conspiracy. No, the shopping conspiracy. Buy now. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta watch it. That's what I'm gonna do over the holidays. I'm gonna watch Buy Now on Netflix. Yeah, it's about how consumerism has run amok and we all buy too much crap and we're just Merry Christmas. See, but I like stuff. I do. But I buy what I need. And I give what people need. And if you don't need it, of course, put, candy in the stockings. Right? It's good to get sweet treats. I like parties. I like appetizers. Cocktails. Holiday nuts. I like that stuff. Right? But I don't need 20 iPhones.
Today. Exactly. Maybe tomorrow. Thank you, Jeff. Merry Christmas, Jeff. He's wishing Merry Christmas to you and everybody in the ecosystem. Home with the grandkids. Santa brought me a Thursday load to Indy. Oh, wow. Cool. Santa brought him a load. That's cool. Well, definitely, yeah. Oh, and another thing I got to do is, it's been on my radar, is to, we got 3 members on YouTube. Okay.
Gary at Gartho Logistics.
Yeah.
I want to say Juliana Souza. Let's see who this is. And I want to learn who our members are. Giuliano Souza was our first member. Gary at Gartho Logistics was our second. And Caleb Argo is our third member. Because what does it mean to be a member of the ATI YouTube channel? Well, it means that you support ATI, you believe in it, and we want to reach out to you too. Hey man, what do you need? Are you a carrier? Are you a broker? Are you a dispatcher? I got an email from a guy in was he in India? Nalim. He wanted to be a dispatcher. And I told him I don't have any trucks. I don't do that.
Yeah.
But when people I get different emails from folks and I'm like, listen, go to the dispatcher training series. I know you won't make any money learning from dispatcher training series, but it will make you think about what the logistics are in this business. If you're still interested, if you watch all 3 and you're still interested, tune into the live show. I told one guy, I think he was in Africa, I said, take this understanding of logistics and walk down the street. There's going to be somebody somewhere selling cars, repoing cars. They run a crushed car lot, salvage yard, right? Maybe there's a dealer. Maybe there's a used car dealer. Take this understanding of automotive, go to one of these businesses, bring them a resume, do sales and marketing, right?
Yeah.
And see if you can get your foot in the door, and then find out what were the rejections, and let me know. So I'll virtually chat GPT the information to you to see if I can help you. I can't hire you. I don't have any jobs for you. Good golly. I'm barely hanging on over here. But I want to help. So these members, I want to help. And again, I don't think there's any other... I know there's a bunch of podcasts and a bunch of happy faces going to NADA and all that stuff. That's not what I do. What I do is I try to actually help with actual challenges in automotive, whatever they are. I want to know. Do you have legal challenges? Tell me. I want to know. Do you have process challenges? Definitely want to hear that. Do you have information gaps? Tell me. I want to know. If you're just promising and shoveling the consumerism, yeah, there's other channels for that. If you want to learn something, ATI Auto Business. Okay. It's Christmas Eve. Go have fun.
Go shop.
Go
Do
shop.
whatever.
Yeah,
Go
go
eat.
buy stuff. Go buy a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you ship it,
Call us.
Carvana Griswold that thing and take it the next day. All right? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go
Okay.
hang out with family. And then I'm going to enjoy the rest of Christmas Eve. So thanks so much for being a part of this. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. Did you book any more cars? You got any more cars to book? What's the
No,
status?
we try to get a 3-pack out of Mobile, but I don't know if everybody knows, but down in Mobile at CarMax, you have to make appointments now for pickup and delivery. And
Heard
they
about
do
that.
not,
Cross.
yeah, they do not have appointments until, what did you say, Monday? Monday.
When is that? Is that the 29th?
No,
yeah.
yeah, is it? Yeah,
30th?
20th, 30th, 31st, yeah.
29th?
It's one of the only places left that requires appointments is down
or
there in
cross
Mobile.
Mobile.
Crazy, huh?
What's up with... Why would you need an appointment at CarMax?
Oh, don't get us.
I don't know if you remember,
Why?
they used to have appointments at all of them. They changed that. I couldn't believe there was still one place that was left.
I was going to say, okay, they changed that policy?
Yeah, but not down in
Oh,
Mobile.
thank God.
Yeah, not at Mobile or Norcross. Norcross, Georgia.
Where
didn't
are
make
the
appointment.
cars at?
What do you mean?
Like in a repo lot, you know,
Yeah.
you're dealing with a skeleton crew and everything's packed in.
Yeah.
It's
What are they
CarMax.
doing with all? Yeah, good point. Yeah. Good point. But yeah, for delivery in Norcross, Georgia, you have to have an appointment. And for pickup down in Mobile, you have to have an appointment.
But I will say this, it's just like I've seen some signs starting next year,
Mhm.
we're going to be closed earlier.
Oh,
Like everything's really tightening
yeah. The
and there's
hours.
less hours and less people. And
Yeah.
so maybe that's it. Maybe it's just, so what does that say? Maybe CarMax is, that's why Carvana says they make like $7,000 a car.
There's no
How?
how.
Well, there's no way.
They'd have to buy it. They'd have to buy
I
it so
don't-
damn cheap. I mean,
Even like gross revenue to the nth degree. There's no way, you
No.
guys.
not once you get it, you buy it, you got to what do they call it? What do you call it? You gotta-
Recondition.
Yeah, they have to recondition it.
Plus, they say they pay good,
Mhm.
which I don't even know if consumers would say they,
Yeah.
make a lot of money off their cars. I don't get it.
Uh-uh.
I don't
I-
need to
I-
be right. But
I
it
did that,
doesn't make
no.
any sense how Carvana's raking in the money.
No,
'Cause
I
everybody
literally
else
got
is-
a quote for my car that was like 10,000 under what everybody else was asking me.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh,
How many companies will buy your car? It's like
Exactly.
40
Yeah.
or more.
All you got to do is go on Kelly Blue Book, tell them where you're at, and next thing you know, you're getting boom, 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 different dealerships just right up you
Whoa.
asking you for your car.
Right. Right. Boy, it's like car shipping.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm thinking about maybe shipping Zoom,
Yes.
phone calls. Oh, God.
And that's why
So-
those people never trust any of us because they've gotten 20 phone calls from a bunch of different people.
So it'd be like saying Carvana, like let's say Carvana car shipping.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, we make the most money car shipping. How? That'd be impossible.
Yeah.
No way. Oh, by the way, Amazon Autos. I've said if Amazon gets into car shipping,
Yeah.
this place will look different.
Yeah.
Amazon Autos
Really.
is not doing car shipping yet.
Mm-hmm.
But Amazon Autos in 48, I guess already in 48 cities, you can go on Amazon, start shopping for a car, get connected to a dealer. What does that look like in 2 years?
Wow.
Amazon Auto Shipping
Wow.
is what that looks like.
Yeah.
And can you imagine if we start seeing Amazon Auto Shipping car haulers and
Yeah.
stuff? I think we're going to. Gary says their customers are Carvana. He thinks the Carvana customer. That's what but why? Why would a Carvana customer overpay?
Yeah.
And maybe 1 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
But no, we don't live in
Nobody-
that world anymore.
No, nobody's out to overpay for their cars.
Hi, I'm on my giant cell phone. I'd like to overpay for this Carvana car.
At least 10,000, please.
Yeah, exactly. I'm headed
want
over
them
to
to have a good
Diddy's
year
party.
this
I'll be
year.
hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. No way.
And even
no
if you're
way.
mega rich, you're not
I
going to
am
do
not
that
buying.
either.
Yeah, even if you're mega rich, you're not doing that.
No, they usually pay
No,
less
that
than
makes
we
no
do.
sense.
Yeah.
Not even Jeff Bezos is going to
No.
overpay at Carvana.
No.
No. That makes no sense.
No.
But maybe next year we'll find out the truth on that one. I don't know. I have no axe to grind. I don't care.
No.
It just
doesn't make sense.
But go look at one of those elevators right now. You know, with the cars in it, right? They used to be like the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Now, nobody cares. Shoot, they're going to start taking those down. Okay, now you've gone too far. Good job, McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. It's a good thing it's not on your blog. All right, it's 1 o'clock. We got to get out of here. Again, I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much before he starts giving speeches again. What do we say, office?
Goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas,
we'll see
everybody.
We'll
Have a
see you
good year.
again. Oh, I've got a show on New Year's Eve, I guess.
Okay.
So I can't even say next year, but I'll see
Okay.
you next year. All right.
All right.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.